Welcome back, everybody. Here we are, week 3, talking about self-care. I'm Dr. Andrea Christian Parks, and I want to make sure that we really pay attention to this concept. Self-care gets, this it's a popular term we throw around, but really, a lot of us are just not on board. And I think it's because we think it's something it's not. If you missed my very first video, that's what I was talking about. What is self-care? And so go back and check that out if you haven't. But this week, I want to talk about why we don't do self-care. Part of it's because we don't know what it is and we think it's something that we can't do. But actually, one of the biggest things that my clients and friends and people say to me is, I just don't have time. I don't have time. So I love this idea because this one is a very, very insidious idea. I just don't have time. Now, don't hear me wrong. Okay, sis. We are all busy people. You have 1,000 things on your plate. You got life, work, family, kids, spouse, whatever, all the things. You got all the things. I know. Me too. But I don't have time is a statement that you make that ends with an exclamation mark. Boom. Just like that. End of story. The problem with that is then when you say, I don't have time for self-care, you have made a statement that your brain will look, number one, for evidence everywhere. All the things, every time you do something, see, this is why I don't have time for self-care. Your brain will reinforce that and tell you, you don't have time. Okay, so that's the first thing. The other thing is your brain will also not look for ways to give you time for self-care. Because you made a statement, end of story. I don't have time. So you will confirm it and you won't look for the opportunity. So here's the thing about time. Time is a construct that we as people made up. We all get the same amount, unlike other things. We all get 24 hours in a day because that's how we made the days, and we get to choose what we do with it. Now, before you think I'm crazy, I am not saying don't sleep. You need to sleep, so take away the hours of sleep that you need and be fair. Give yourself enough hours to sleep. Don't be like, I'll just get by on 5 hours. That's not enough. Most adults need between 7 and 9 hours sleep a night. If you're not getting that, you need to reevaluate. However, let's say you got your 24, you took away 8, now you've got 16 left. What are you doing with your 16 hours? And before you look at me like, girl, do you know what I'm doing? Yes, I do, but just take a minute, okay? What are you doing that you don't have to be doing? Or that you could choose not to do? Because a lot of the things we do, we may want to do, we may not want to do, but we choose to do them because they're important to us. But is the Netflix series you're watching right now that important? Like, before you say, I don't have time, what if you let something go? All I'm saying is you get to choose. You get to choose if your kids are in 4 activities apiece. I'm just saying, maybe they don't need that. Or if you have enough resources for them to do 4, maybe they do 3, and you pay somebody to take them to those activities with the money from the 4th activity. You can choose. That's all I'm saying. What it doesn't mean is they should do all those things, or you should do all the other things you're doing to the exclusion of taking care of you. So you get to choose how you spend your time. And my suggestion is that you take some of your 24 hours and spend it on you. If you do that, you will be a different person because you will feel like you got taken care of. And when you have something taking care of you, you have some way to take care of the others that need you. So just remember, you get to choose what you do with your time. It may not be that you really don't have time. Maybe you really do. You're just choosing to do something else with it. And if you're listening to this, you're probably interested in getting a little more self-care in your life. So just a little new reevaluation process can be happening for you. All right. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you. I love you for being here and listening. Don't forget, subscribe, set off your notifications so that they alert you so you don't ever miss an episode. And I will see you again next week.